Okay, Jeff, so what we're up to now is that frame was last looked at about, I think it was last summer, last August or September, when it had to be put away because you had no money and no time and no space to work on it. But now here we are, it's late April, it's raining outside again, and I see you've dragged it out from its hiding place.
Pit of depravity.
Yeah, and you started working on it again. Now I think, looking at that, you finished the welding on it now, you finished all little brackets and bits and bobs, and looks like you are now just smoothing out those welds and
just getting all the little eye spot, little spatters and things off it.
Yeah.
All the back ends, all the brackets for the back panel are all in.
Okay, so just refocus now. I see we've got lots of brackets added. All these are for the drag bars, I guess. Drag bars and
footrests.
Footrests, and the drag bars are down there.
The other ones are 2 aluminium plates that have the top mount.
And you've sorted out your adjusted blocks at the back here.
They're permanently sat in.
Yeah, the seat supports and so on are all done.
All that's done, yeah.
It's looking a lot better. So what's next then, Jeff? You're going to finish off smoothing off all those welds.
A couple of little eye spots just on the welds around here, and a few little spatters. So I'm just gonna do some titivating, as they call it.
Okay, you grind them down, smooth them off, and then what's next?
Well, basically, it can
paint it. I guess
it can get. I mean, ideally, because of where you weld, the best thing to do is just let it get a bit of surface rust on it, and then rub it down.
Right.
Let it go like a light. Let it just so it gets all the scale or any where it's the metal's burnt. And then just give it a rub over and then hang it up and paint it.
Right, okay. And what are you going to paint it with?
I've got some twin pack black.
Right, okay.
A litre of that.
Right.
Probably it won't take a litre, but
no.
It just chuck a couple of coats of that on it.
And it's done.
As long as it looks respectable. I mean, when it's not got to be.
Yeah.
You know, it's a bike that's going to get used, not.
It's not a show bike.
It's not a show bike.
Okay, so just out of interest, I've just weighed this frame, and I must say I'm quite surprised it's as light as it is. It's 45 pounds, which might sound a lot, but the the hardtail frame of my Harley drag bike is 65 pounds. It's a lot smaller than this thing, so yeah, it's quite impressively light. It's made pretty much out of CDS tubing.
It's CDS2, yeah.
CDS2. Obviously you've got some different size tubes here, so what have we got here?
Basically it's been made from what we had.
Yeah, it's been made from... Don't say that.
Well, it's true.
Yeah, we'll have to pretend it's made out of some special material we found.
It's basically just...
It's 14 gauge, did you say?
CDS, yeah.
And some 16.
A lot of the box section here is just your general box section you can get from...
engineering box section.
Engineering box. I think that's for the 14's gauge, I think the box is. But
that's it, of course. The back wheel's probably massive and it's got a lot of kit.
10-inch slit, yeah. So it's.
So I mean, what do you reckon the weight will be when it's ready to roll? 500 maybe.
It's probably going to still be around the same weight as a standard road.
Yeah,
you know,
it's about
500 pounds.
Yeah. And as I remember, you've also got in your shed the seat unit, or rather the mould for the seat unit. In fact, not even that. It's the
pattern.
The pattern for the mould for the seat unit. So there's a lot of work to be done there yet.
Well, we can go and buy some fiberglass.
Yeah. You need to buy a lot of
fiberglass. About 150 quid worth of gear just to get
to that point.
Before we've even
And of course, the important thing is the engine, because that engine didn't really have any internals when it was on that bike. That was set up as a kind of template
cases with the head and barrel. Yeah. The crank was in it.
So we build the engine up then. Where we are now, it's dusty, it's damp, lots of swarf around, lots of grinding going on. Not a good place to do an engine build. But luckily, we know a man
who can do it.
Who can do it. Your brother, bike mechanic, and he's got a nice clean workshop, and he's volunteered to build that Z engine up. Not sure when it'll be because he's obviously very busy. And is there anything that's required to finish that engine off? Like,
well, we've got the
pistons,
the crank.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking things like things like.
Well, funnily enough, the bolt's been stirred in another direction because about last week we've acquired a 1500cc big block.
Oh no! Hang on, let's stop the clock here. Let's stop the video and go and see what we're gonna look at next. Okay, so we've come indoors, and what do we see? Another new block, another used block, and some very big pistons. So
85 mil.
Which gives us what? Altogether?
1498. Call it 1500.
So this block is what? Is this an MTC, is it?
Well, the pistons are MTC, so
we assume the block is as well.
I would imagine the thingy. They've got MTC on the piston, so I would imagine it is an MTC block.
Is it in good nick, or did it need a bit of work?
It's actually
a little bit of a.
It's actually 3 are good. That one
has just scuffing there. Look, yeah.
It's very. That one is it's just picked up a fraction.
Let's look at that.
But I think with a little bit of polishing.
So the other block we had, you're not going to use that now. You're going because that was about was that a 12?
1260. Well, it's just it depends.
Oh, it depends. Okay, so we might end up with a 1500cc.
Might end up at being 50. Problem is obviously the bigger the cc you go, you're still depending on the Kawasaki oil pump to deliver oil.
Yeah, and I also inspecting here. Look, we got some damage here. Looks like it's been repaired.
I think the thread's okay in it. I think at some point it's either broke a stud and someone's tried to get it out.
Yeah, let's just lift
out.
They're
very, very close, yeah.
Yeah, you can see how close that is there to the skirt. Bloody hell. Anyway.
They've been wired as well for a copper gasket.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
But I've tried a bolt in there, the 6mm thread is okay.
Yeah, so that might end up again going on the engine. So the engine's still a bit of a mystery, isn't it? It's like, it might be a 12 something, it might be a 15.
Well, the thing is, the crank that we've put in it is at 17mm, so we'd have to change the crank.
Oh, no. I think perhaps we can keep that one as a backup. Yeah. So anyway, things are starting to move forward with the spares bike, as I call it, and it's been a long time since we last saw it. I think actually I checked, it was last September.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, but there are good reasons for that. I mean, basically lack of money, lack of time, lack of space. And it's not because of lack of interest, it's just life gets in the way. But looks like things are starting to move now. Jeff actually has been busy, he's been selling some stuff on eBay, and the minute he gets his money in PayPal, he goes and spends it on stuff like this. I don't know, which is why he never has any money. Anyway, on that note, we'll leave it there, and we'll go and drink some tea, I think. So thanks for watching, and cheers.